confessed my sin to the elders. I subjected myself to them. I let them speak into my life. They keep me accountable. Uh, they confront me when I'm wrong. I am not above authority.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the Truth Speaker TV. Okay, so this video is all about Philip Anthony Mitchell, right? And he's a pastor of 2819 Church in Atlanta. Okay, so he made a public apology to his congregants, and this happened in March, right? It's been a few months. But what he did, he did something wrong, and we're going to find out why he had to apologize to his church, right? But the fact that he did, it shows that he's not above authority. And this is an example that many leaders today can follow. Learn from Philip. Let's get into this video.
I wanna share something with you from my heart, and just ask that you would listen. Uh, and if you're watching right now live, to all of our digital disciples and our family that's in the room, if you would just lean in for just a moment, I want to share something with you. And, the Apostle Peter, um, in writing his letters of exhortation to the church, in 1 Peter chapter 4, he says in verse 7, the end of all things is this, the end of all things is at hand. Therefore be self-controlled, and sober-minded for the sake of your prayers. Above all, keep loving one another earnestly, since love covers a multitude of sins. Softly. This exhortation by Peter was written to a community of saints. And these scriptures assume two things. They assume that in the context of community, there will be times when we will sin against one another. We will hurt one another. That is the first assumption in the text. The second assumption in the text is how we should respond when we sin against one another. Is that there should be a response of contrition and of love towards one another in the context of community. I have sinned against you, and I want to address that publicly and not run from my sin. In the last couple months, I have grown just increasingly frustrated. Just with the mockery of Christ and with the state of the American church and our hypocrisy to say that we love him, and just our iniquities that we blend in with our Christianity. And last week in my preaching, in a moment of frustration, I used language, specifically a word that I learned later offended people in this room, offended some of you, our digital disciples. And I understand that some of you was hurt because of my language. A word that I used, that where I'm from is part of our vernacular. I understand that in the South, it is more offensive. And so for the hurt that I caused you in the room, for those who are watching who was offended by my language, I want to use this opportunity to offer my most heartfelt apology and my most sincere apology for anyone that I hurt with that word, anyone that I hurt with my language. My The way I articulated my point was unwise, but it does not take away from the reality of the point when we do need to care about the spread of the gospel and about the Lord Jesus Christ. After I left last Sunday, I went to my house and I stayed in my prayer room for about 24 hours, and then submitted myself to the elders of the house. I confessed my sin to the elders. I subjected myself to them. I let them speak into my life. They keep me accountable. Uh, they confront me when I'm wrong. I am not above authority. And I want to thank God for the godly men who are elders in this house. Elder Milton and Elder Eric. And I want to thank them for the accountability that they keep over my life. And I want to ask that you would forgive me. And that you would pray for me. Yeah.
I commend Pastor Philip Anthony Mitchell, who did something remarkable. In a culture where many pastors and fake prophets compromise and believe they are above authority, he stood before his congregation and apologized. Admitting mistakes takes great humility and strength, especially in a leadership position. This act reminds us that no matter our role, we are all accountable to God and those we serve. Church leaders, let this be a lesson. We are not, or you are not above correction or authority. True leadership isn't about being perfect, but humble, transparent, and willing to make things right. Let's follow this example and lead with grace and integrity. Hey everyone, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, or you want to be a part of our community, we'd love to have you with us. Hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, share it with someone who may need encouragement, and don't forget, be kind to yourself, show mercy to others, and give yourself grace. Until the next video, stay prayed up. Bye!